Hello, Anastasia.
Hello, Ioana.
Good evening, everyone. Today, we will participate together, me as the hypnosis operator and student of the Grifasi Academy, and Anastasia as my support telepath for today. We will do the investigative cycle number 280, protocol number 2. As always, the protocol has a fixed part with fixed questions that we receive. All the hypnosis operator in multiple countries, in multiple language, we receive this protocol with the fixed questions that we cannot modify or deepen. And we have the second part, the free exploration part. If you wish to sponsor us, to sponsor our investigations, and to also participate in our investigations, you can send an email to investigations@calogero.grifasi.com. Anastasia, you can get ready. Take 3 deep breaths. And start your relaxation process. I will count from 3 to 1, and you will let each number guide you to a deep state of calmness. As I count, you relax deeper and deeper. Your body will become heavier, and your mind will empty, will clear from all your thoughts. 3, 3, 3. As your body becomes heavier, you can feel the bed. You can feel your body being absorbed by the surface of your bed. From the bottom of your feet, you can feel going up through your body a wave, a warm wave that will relax every muscle in your body, going up until it reaches the top of your head. Ooh, ooh, two. Your breath becomes slow and effortless. And with each inhale, your body relaxes more and more. With each exhale, your mind clears from any thought. Notice how all the tension in your body disappears. Allow yourself to sink completely into this moment. Your body is relaxed and calm, and your mind is still empty. I will count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, connect with Pope Francis and decode his DNA in the here and now, Sunday, 27th of April at 1 p.m. 1, 2, 3.
I perceived 20 something percent of Draco. 20 somewhere there human, and then the rest reptilian. It's like it's like a painting of red, green, and neutral. It's weird.
Very good. Where is he in the here and now, 27th of April at 1 p.m.?
So I perceive him in a council room, him like sitting down and almost like waiting for something. He's very still and neutral, I would say. Not really totally aware of the surroundings in the metaphysical.
Does the death of Pope Francis correspond to Monday, 21st of April, 2025? What do you perceive?
No, it doesn't sync with that information. I perceive an earlier date, and it comes like the number 2 days or 2 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
Earlier.
Okay. Does the death of Pope Francis on the day dedicated to the Annunciation of the Resurrection have a hidden meaning? What do you perceive about it?
Mm. I perceive like an egregore that corresponds with the thoughts of magic and synchronicities, and um really just praising this idea of miracles.
Okay.
So I see it like um having a link with that. But it's also, I perceived now that I said that, a date of um, somewhat ritual that is being done. Yeah, so these two.
Okay. Decode the following prophecy. The last pope will preside over the church during a period of great turmoil that will lead to the fall of Rome and the end of the papacy. What do you perceive about it?
Mm. I don't perceive it being fully true, never false. It's like um, it's an end of some type of known program or a known, not schedule, but path of events, if I can say it like that. And things will be approached in a slightly different way. Um, Not necessarily there will be changes in the physical, but more in the metaphysical. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for
Okay.
now.
Okay. A Latin text at the end of Malachi's prophecy about the Pope says that during the pontificate of a certain Petrus Romanus, a city with 7 hills will be destroyed and there will be the final judgment. What do you perceive about it?
Mm. At first, I perceived like a picture of thunderstorms and flood of water.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm seeing it um, kind of more on the metaphysical level or something like that. It's more of um, washing away some how do I say it? Trails of something,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of building new ones or tracing new ones. See it in that way, if it
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Observe the geopolitical situation after the death of the Pope Francis and tell me what you perceive.
Hmm. Hmm. It's like a very, I wouldn't say, it's not an agitation. I see things are clear, are even calm, I would say. Um, it's kind of they're going the right way, and um, it's not really a shock or anything like that to the structure of things, to the geopolitical scene. It's like part of the scenario,
Okay.
if I may say so.
Yeah. Okay. What is the most important esoteric information that you perceive about the next conclave?
Can you explain the conclave
Yes,
word?
conclave is a group of people that meet to choose the next pope, in theory.
And can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, what is the most important esoteric information that you perceive about the next conclave?
Mm.
So, the next gathering of this council, these people.
Mm-hmm.
What do you perceive about it?
Mm. I'm perceiving an image right now of a really big group of people in a church. Um, and I'm seeing like them as a group, in front of them a person, which I'm interpreting it as being the next pope. And I'm seeing on an energetical level as um, some type of intentions or energies are are flowing from the group, going through a filter above, and then going into that person. And the filter is in the metaphysical, not in the
Mm-hmm.
physical.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you perceive anything else?
Mm.
Okay.
No.
Who will be the next pope?
Who will be the next pope?
Yes.
As in a name or?
What do you perceive about it? This is the question.
Mhm.
What
Okay.
information comes first to you? Who will be the next pope?
Mm. I'm perceiving some DNA strings, and one of the strings in the DNA, I perceive it as black, and It's taking me to kind of an interference that has been present for a long time throughout lives. I see mm, the left part of his kind of body, physical, more energetical, um, being taken over. It's like half.
Mhm.
Um, mm, and very mental, very structured person. Um, yeah, almost like a little cold. Um, but I see like an absence of l- kind of a light behind the eyes or spark or anything,
Mhm.
and just an appearance, but it will be visible through the eyes.
Okay, very well. We finished the first part, and now we'll move to the free part, the free exploration part. Disconnect from there, Anastasia, and go back to the beginning where you perceived the Pope Francis in the council room in the metaphysical plane,
Mm-hmm.
waiting. Is he dressed?
No.
Describe him to me physically. How do you perceive him?
Mm, right now I see him standing, um, with something white covering his bottom body. Um, really just like an automatic pose. It's like hands straight, legs straight, and just looking um forward.
Is he alone in this room?
No.
Who is present in this room with him?
Um, I perceive in front of him, he's like standing in a line of people who are standing the same as him, um, like a line at the store.
Yeah.
It's very straight.
hmm And what are they doing?
Mm,
First of all, how many of them do you perceive? How many people in this line?
5,000.
1,000.
A lot. It's like going to infinity. Like I can see the other end.
Oh, okay. And what are they doing? Go to an important moment in time.
Mm. They arrive at a kind of throne of what they think is God. And I see them kneeling down and kissing the robe.
And
Oh,
who is God?
I really see it's a Draco, but it's
Okay.
like a cheap play, say. I mean, to them, it's not obvious. It's like him, he's surrounded by such a blinding light. It's almost like they're, uh, mm, how to say it, um, hypnotized uh, to to go to him. It's like a sensory thing. I perceive it in like the mental body, and they're guided towards him. It's like a very robotic thing, a very like mm, puppet thing. They go and they kiss the rope, and then they go stand in another line.
Okay, what's the other line for?
Mm. Um, One I see goes to back to Earth. It's like um, other missions for the good in quotes.
In his opinion,
Yeah. And the other one, I perceive the words assistance, but it's not really assistance. It's like part of a group, a a team, I would say. Yeah.
this construct that he's in uh, is made of whose beliefs?
Mm. Um, it's made of two things. It's the belief of people on Earth, but who are very, very faithful. And the second one, I see it as an artificial construct. Um, it's like um, a room that was built out of bricks, and every brick is like um, how do I say it, a rule
How many
that
bricks
is
are there?
too many.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so decode the information from one brick, just from me to get an idea of what the rules are.
Mm. I perceive the uh, exactly the faith idea of being faithful no matter what, uh, knowing and trusting that God will guide you and will show you the right path. That one's the one that I saw.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, so come back to the present moment where this Pope is standing in this line and tell me if something else is important in this scene, if you perceive something important.
Mm. It's weird because I'm trying to see from his perspective, but I'm also seeing it as like a dual image
Mhm.
because I see the other side of things. So to him, it's like he's seeing these angels, these um, bubbles of light almost. Like it's not really a definite shape, but some presences that are flying around, floating around. They're like a light, an angelic light to him. But what I see is just a bunch of I see a reptilian, I see a Draco, who are just like some of them are taking notes, like checking off favorites almost. That's what I'm seeing at one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anastasia, take an observant position, even outside of this room. You can place yourself above and tell me how does people's belief influence this construct?
Mm. It's creating that mask that I saw earlier, that ability to mask their true appearances, their true identities of the entities. It's like a power generator that gives them even more strength to fool and to create illusions. Perceiving like if there wasn't so much energy that went to this power generator. Um, there were like facades would go down. You would see the true identity. It's like almost like a budget for a show.
Yeah. And the Pope Francis, with the DNA, the hybrid DNA that you perceive,
Mm.
he has 20% Draco and 60% reptilian and only 20% human. How and why doesn't he perceive things as you are? How come he sees angels and lights and stuff like that? What blocks him from perceiving the reality of this room?
Mm. Um, it's in the mental body. Um, I mm. What first came to me is like some sort of implant that is in the mental body that acts. Um, how do I say it? You know those collars for dogs that they electroshocks you?
Yeah.
It's like that sort of thing that sends some type of waves through your mental body
Hmm.
and kind of controls you that way in certain ways.
For how long did his subliminal part have this implant on?
Mm. I'm trying to see if first came 500.
Okay, now let's go back in time to a moment where Pope Francis was alive and this implant was activated in his last life. One,
Oh.
two, where are you?
Mm. I'm at a school, seems like it. A
Okay,
classroom.
where is the Pope?
He's in at the front desk. In front of him is his teacher. It's I
Oh, he's
seeing
a
that it's like
child.
yeah,
How old is
it's
he?
11.
Okay,
It's like a religious class.
yeah, okay. And what happens?
Hmm. It's like his homework was to recite some type of verse, or it's not really clear, something religious.
Yeah.
And it's like he got in that moment to a point where um, something clicked and he kind of starting believing at his core in what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because I perceive he had the nightmare the night before and he prayed and he saw that he felt better, and it kind of guided him towards believing even more, just
Okay.
having this belief at the core of him.
Okay. Go to a moment where this implant is activated in his mental structure, his mental body.
It's in
Where,
that moment.
okay. And how does the implant influence the person, the Pope?
Mm. I see like a pair of hands that take his head and just keep it straight. It's like tunnel vision. That's the word. Creates an effect of tunnel vision.
Hmm. Okay.
And he can really turn his head around to other things. This religion is his main focus.
Hmm. do you perceive that this implant is a tool of mind control?
Mm. Yes, it resonated when you said it.
Okay. Okay, very well. Disconnect from there. Disconnect from the council room, from everything. And now tell me did why they announced his death after either a couple of days or a couple of weeks after the real death? Why not announce it immediately?
Mm. Um, I felt a scratching in my brain. Um, so that's what I perceived as an image, also something to do with his brain. Um,
But how do you feel now?
I feel okay. It's
Okay,
just a perception that I had.
okay,
Um, it has something to do with the brain. It's almost like they're analyzing the changes that were made in the physical brain. Mm. And
okay,
now the word that you said, the mental control, it's like it brought me back to that word because I see a correlation. It's like some type of study. They wanted to make sure how it changed the brain in a way.
okay. And what are the results? You can access the results of the study.
Hmm. I see them saying that it was better consistency in the acts. It's like they reached a level at which they can make sure that the actions of the person are consistent. Um, that's what I'm perceiving.
Okay, okay. Now, about the fact that they announced the death of the Pope on Monday, the 21st of April, the day of the resurrection, Easter, all the events, you mentioned because of the egregore, okay, because the egregore corresponds with synchronicities and so on, but you also mentioned this ritual, and I want you to take an observant position and tell me, how do you perceive the world during this ritual?
Um, I just got chills all over my body. It's like um, this death that was announced um, created an um, created powerful a powerful energy combined with the um, how do I say, faithfulness of people gathered from the holiday,
Yes.
and then the sadness and the um, grief even
Hmm.
generated by the announcement of the death. See, like um, a loop of black and white, and it's like circling around, and it's spinning so fast it created like a huge amount of energy. Hmm.
Because the Easter holiday, let's call it a holiday, the Easter holiday,
Hmm.
how do you perceive this egregore of the Easter?
Hmm.
when people go to church, people go to take the light with candles, and there are a lot of people, well, especially in the Eastern countries.
Mm-hmm. Well, I perceive it big, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm.
What kind of energies, what kind of frequencies, what kind of emotions are taken from this egregore? What
Mm.
kind of frequencies this egregore contains?
Mm. Um,
The Easter one.
yeah. Um, Again, I'm perceiving this um belief in miracles,
So
but
hope.
hope. Exactly. That's the word that wasn't coming to me. Hope.
Okay. Hope.
Um, it's hope. It's kind of a peace, not a peace of mind, more like hmm, a pull towards um a pull towards peace. Again, hope. You can describe it as hope, yes. Uh, and belief in that all the things are gonna be good in the end if you're faithful. That's the thing that I'm trying to describe. It's like looking to the scenario that Easter kind of embodies. And that's the whole story of Easter. And like seeing it as um, a sign of goodness and of um, and the words aren't coming to me.
Do you perceive any negative, let's say, negative frequencies? Yes, no, partially.
Uh, Partially,
Okay, why partially?
because it's I see it mostly feeding of this hope and the thought of something from people, because it's very exhausting to the people who are constantly uh, living in this mindset of hope, of hoping for the best, hoping for a miracle, hoping for something.
Yes, but um, does this hoping for something better happens?
If that something better happens,
Yeah,
or
hold on. I'm thinking of how to ask this question. So let's take an example. Take a person from the Easter holidays who is in church and who is filled with hope for the better, for a better world, for a better life. Okay?
Mhm.
Find someone. Is it a woman, a man?
It's a man,
Okay. And in what country are you?
Mexico or something like that.
Okay. A man in Mexico. Perfect. He's filled with hope. Um, does this feeling of profound, of deep hope help his life or not?
Mm.
You can walk through this timeline to his life timeline in the future, perceive him in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Is it beneficial for him?
Mm. Um, in his eyes, yes. In his mind, yes.
Okay.
Because he perceives that exactly that hope uh brought him to a place, to a better place. But it's an illusion because what brought him to that place is him. It's his inner strength. And that hope is just an instrument of giving out that gratefulness to something from the outside.
Mhm.
Yes, that's the process that I'm seeing.
Okay, so very good. From what I'm understanding is mm, do not give hope on the outside, but because you already can make your life better by yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. And now come back to the present, disconnect from this man. This egregore of big hope was something added to it. It was the death of the Pope, right?
Mm,
How do you perceive this link, this connection between the two events?
mm. To a lot of people, I see like being a confirmation of they saw it as a sign, a confirmation of the holiness of it all, again in quotes, because they saw it as uh, God is thinking about you because he died after the holiday, allegedly,
Hmm.
um, as like a sign that um, everything has a kind of an underlining, um, how do I say, underlining. f-
Subliminal message?
no, to them it's like guidance from God.
Oh,
That's what I'm perceiving, like
oh, okay.
a path with God, like that. So um, he help him be alive until the day after the Easter.
Okay. What is the impact on the collective consciousness?
Mm. Mm, the word hope comes to me again, um, but also just again a mixture of grief, but also they're fascinated somehow. Um, the adjective doesn't come to me. They're in a state of admiration,
Hmm.
but also grief. It's a combination of these two. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good. Now, about the last pope, the prophecy of the last pope, you perceive that it was neither true, neither false, and you perceive that it is the end of some type of program, and you said that there will be changes in the metaphysical plan, a different approach. Decode your perception, decode all this information, and tell me what does it mean to have a different approach in the metaphysical level?
Mm. I'm perceiving a change of things in the idea of they're changing their plan. They're wanting to make this idea of this religion more inclusive. That what comes to me. It's like spread their range of influence. So turning it from something more rigid and um, with basic rules, say it like that, to something more broad that can touch more people.
How?
Um, by being more accepting of different behaviors of different people.
Like, for example, being more acceptive of other religions?
Of our religions, yes, of other behaviors of people that were condemned before.
What kind
It's
of
like
behaviors?
um, perceiving violence in family or something like that. Being greedy or
So that will be more accepted.
yeah, I'm perceiving they're like pulling down this rigidity, and they're like, yeah, that's okay, that's accepted by God. That is okay. You are loved. You are something like that to uh get to touch more people, so they don't turn around from the religion.
Yep. Do you perceive that it has something to do with the New Age movement?
Yes, and I perceive that the new pope would be someone who appeals to different groups of people, even those who are not religious.
So, do you perceive that the new pope will be more or less implicated in the New Age current movement?
Not officially implicated, like literally, but his speeches would be accepting and kind of validating, I would say. Not really straightforward, but um, like in subliminal messages.
Mhm. Okay, okay. And how will that influence not the geopolitical, but the religious culture of this planet?
Mm, I mean, some will clearly see through the act, but I perceived a, an amount of people who will turn around towards it and say, that's it doesn't seem that bad anymore. Or maybe I should give it a try. Something like in that manner.
A try to what? Give a try to what? To religion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Um, moving on to the thunderstorms and to the floods you perceived as a metaphor for washing away some trails and building new ones. You perceived these thunderstorms and floods when? When is this supposedly happening?
Mm. Mm, Proceed number 8. 8 years.
As
Something
it's
like that.
it's a metaphor, right? So it's not physically happening. And my question is, did it start some time ago and we are in the middle of it and it will continue for some time? Will it start now or did it already happen?
That's why I had a little pause when you asked the time that I perceived it. Because at first it took me like in the 1090, 980, something like that in the 80s.
In the 80s, okay.
Yes, and then I saw that amount of 8 years from now. So like the idea is that it started, that I'm perceiving.
So yeah, started, we're in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the washing away some trails and building new ones. How do you, okay, first of all, what trails are they washing away?
Mm. I'm perceiving it's like the idea that people have about religion. I perceive it as waves that are You know, when it comes a wave on the sand, it erases the trail, whatever mark you left on the sand.
Yep.
And then you can trace again, and then the wave comes again. It's like I see it as a similar process. It's like they have different tries, different approaches of how to present this religion and to continue to continue the practice of it. Um, and I'm feeling now that they're erasing the old perception of religion, but
Hmm.
not in a very dramatic way. No, it starts with little steps, uh, very little steps. Um, but again, that will include more people in this religion.
So they are trying to make this egregore even bigger than it already is.
Exactly. They will accept nationalities, all the sexual orientations, everything.
Okay. Do you perceive all this event, all this situation, if it started in the 80s as you perceived it, do you perceive it as being a change of timelines, of temporal lines?
Hmm.
Do you perceive a try from them to move the collective consciousness to a new timeline?
Hmm. That's exactly what I wanted to say when you put the first question, because I was seeing like trying. They,
Yeah,
I feel
they
like that
try.
they tried, they like pushing and pushing. It's really hard for them because a lot of people don't play into the act of religion or anything else. Uh, but they are trying to
That's
change the
yeah,
timeline.
that's what I felt too. Because there are many, many timelines and it's a whole thing. Okay, so they try. Do you perceive any hold on, I'm thinking. So do you perceive if you take an observant view of
Mm-hmm.
the earth in the moment that the announcement that the Pope is dead was made? So go back in time to the 21st of April. In the moment where his death is announced, do you perceive people waking up, having doubts
Having doubts about this.
about the information? Do you perceive
Mhm.
people that were indoctrinated and when they got this information, when this was announced, they were like, "Oh, maybe that's not how it happened. Maybe this is wrong." You know, that people had questions
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do perceive people like that.
about what percent, how many people in percentage. It'd be easier.
15.
Okay, okay. Um, disconnect from there, Anastasia, and you saw this big group of people in the church for the next conclave with the new pope on the throne. Go
Mm,
there, go there and decode the new pope's DNA.
mm, mm. Interesting. Um, it's like I see 60% of extraterrestrial hybridation, but I don't see like 30% Draco, 30 reptilian.
Mhm.
It's like one species that is the both of them mixed. Mm, it makes
The
sense.
Draco and the Reptilian
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah, they're like mixed already. And,
Okay, interesting. And the rest of 40%?
uh, 10 I perceive humanoid and the
Yeah.
rest human.
Okay. Okay. Um, you mentioned the energies flowing, going through a filter above, and then going into the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
How do you perceive these energies? Do they have a color? How are they?
It's really gray energies. It's like dust.
Okay.
Um,
Does it have particles?
yes.
Are these particles information?
Yes, some of them, yes.
And some of them are what?
Some of them are just feelings.
Okay. What? Mm, just grab one and decode a particle of information and tell me how is it before going through the filter?
Mm. I perceive a particle of um you said of information, right?
Yeah.
Not of emotion.
Emotion,
Okay.
I already understood.
Okay. Um, hmm. It's like weird because it's like personal beliefs of those people
Okay.
that are being transmitted to this pope. It's not like some revolutionary information. It's just their personal beliefs and um say almost like guidelines for this new pope. It's like don't forget to say this when you do that. Don't look that way when you're there. Um, something in that direction.
Okay. Boring. And
Mhm.
how, oh, why do these particles go through the filter above? How does this
Mm,
filter influence the information?
it's like adding it's adding a like a um, mini implants. I have to say like something to control and mm, the word doesn't come to me. It's to control.
Influence,
Um, more like watch.
oh,
Uh,
surveillance to, yeah,
yes, yes,
watch
yeah,
you.
exactly, exactly. Um, it's adding that surveillance to all of that information, all of that vibration,
Okay,
some type of control.
okay. And you talked about emotions, particles of emotion.
Mm,
Describe them to me. What emotions are there? What emotions is the Pope, the new Pope, getting from the people in the church?
mm. Mainly, I see the um, God made the right decision, something in the course of faith in this person because they see him as um, a kind of a, not a gift, it's too much from God. But I can find a word that's
Yeah, it's
kind of
the
fitting
the
to the gift.
chosen one,
Yes,
the
the
something like
chosen
that.
one.
Okay.
Exactly. So equals their trust.
Okay.
And that perpetuates the trust in God. And yeah.
Okay. Good. Is there anything else in this church, in this scenario that captures your attention that you find important?
Mm. I hear some type of humming
From who?
from the whole group.
In what purpose?
It's like they're saying a prayer or something. Um, I perceive the vibrations of the voice. Um, yeah, they're saying a prayer together, all of them, at the same time.
For what?
Hmm.
Because they're
I see
religious,
it
because they pray.
when they when they're saying that prayer. I
Yeah.
see the his mental body of the Pope. It's like, but not the mental body really. The implant from the mental body. It's like lightening up. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like yes, a power source.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now, Anastasia, at 3, you will be in Vatican in 30 years. 1, 2, 3. How is it, the Vatican? We are in 2055.
Mm.
Year 2055.
Perceive it great down. Um, there is not much going on there. It doesn't have the same influence as now.
Where is the Pope?
Comes to me to say that there is no pope.
Okay.
Mm, it's more like a visiting point for tourists. Uh,
Like a museum?
yeah,
Okay.
yes, that's how I
Okay.
see it.
Okay. Very good. Now disconnect from everything. Is there anything important about the death of Pope Francis coming to you right now? Anything you want to mention?
No, I feel like I said everything.
Perfect. Perfect. Now I will count from 1 to 3, and the 3 you will be fully in the present moment. 1. Disconnect completely from everything, everywhere, everyone, every perception, and return fully to your body. Your space is clean. You feel good. Raise your frequencies to your highest levels. 2. Your body feels lighter and stronger. You can move it with pleasure and ease. You feel lighter, you feel better, you feel at peace, you feel free, you feel happy, you feel better and better. And 3, you can open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back.
Well, hi.
How do you feel?
Feel great.
How was it? How do you What do you think about Pope Francis? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't make me do this.
I'm kidding. Well, thank you so much, Anastasia.
Thank you, Ioana.
I liked it. I hope you liked it too, and I hope everyone who listens liked it too. Thank you so much for listening to us. I encourage you all to watch Carlos' video uh, right after this one. He gives important information about what we perceive and what we do in this investigation. So yeah, it's important. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Have a great day. Have a good night. See you. Bye.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por Internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esa información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości, wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar, por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarzy się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en él en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba, lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują, właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que seguir ejecutar una serie de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido este espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar este espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones.
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
Tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etc., es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York, en el 1452, en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido, y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro, y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso i severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Carlo. Dziękujemy.
Ciao.
Ciao.